So in this video, I want to talk about the biggest dream that I have. And I know many people will be like, are you crazy? Really? You still want to go there? But my number one, the biggest dream that I have, I mean, it's acting, obviously. But acting is part one. But part two, to achieve that acting goal, is to live in Los Angeles. None of you know it because you are all strangers, but I have a weird feeling about Los Angeles. There is something in LA that people like me can really find themselves. A lot of people I know or used to know hated LA. Now this is the whole video I'm gonna talk about LA and my dream and why I cannot live there. Why I can't live in Los Angeles? Because I'm from Poland. I don't have higher education, so I have nothing to contribute to American society. So I cannot get any work permits or anything like that. Number two, even though I do acting and I'm spent 15 years losing myself in creative world of filmmaking and acting, I don't have enough, I believe, I don't have enough to go for O1 visa. But I see other people who got O1 visa. O1 visa is a visa for people with extraordinary abilities, like actors, athletes, and filmmakers, blah, blah, blah. So maybe I do have it enough, but maybe I don't have enough. But either way, I cannot get it. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of money. And if you fail that application, you lose the money. And O1 or green card. The only way I could go to the US and live in Los Angeles is marrying someone, and I'm not going to do that because I'm not this kind of person who would just marry someone just for visa. Not me. Cut to 5 years later, I'm married in LA. I'm just kidding. No, that won't happen. But this is my okay, so why LA? Why LA? Okay, I'm not gonna edit this video, so chill if you wanna hear it, but or don't. I don't care. I'm doing it for myself. But so my entire life since I was a kid, there was always something pulling me towards the US. I can't explain it, but whenever I watched movies based in Los Angeles, my heart, my soul, my whatever, the feeling, that like the attraction in me as a kid or teenager was like home. That's my home. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. It's weird, but it's true. This is how I felt. So in 2017, the first time I stepped my foot in Los Angeles, that was my first. And I know, okay, this is why I know that I belong there, because I couldn't get better sign than this sign. So in 2017, my first time in Los Angeles, my first day in Los Angeles, I walk around Hollywood Boulevard. I walk around Hollywood and laugh and whatever. And just taking my little first day walk around Los Angeles, and this is what I saw my first time, my first hour in Los Angeles. Can you see that? It's basically a big billboard, white billboard with black print saying "You belong here." Now, there literally cannot be any bigger sign than a massive billboard, black on white, on your first hour in LA saying "You belong here." And I do. There is something, I feel like there is something about America that I'm like, I want to be there. I know it sucks because you have to pay for healthcare and pay for this, blah, blah, blah. I know. Still, I'd rather live there than anywhere in Europe where life is just so boring. Because to me, Europeans are the most boring people. They don't have ambitions. They don't have goals. They don't have this positivity of like, go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Maybe the younger generation right now, but like the millennial European are the worst species for me. I hate them. Like I don't like European millennials. So negative, so depressing. So if you tell them, oh, I want to go to America, they were like, what the fuck is wrong? Why are you crazy? If you tell them you're an actor, you want to do acting, they will laugh at your face, or they were like, yeah, you're crazy. What the fuck? Europeans are like completely like 180 degrees opposite to Americans, where Americans are like, yeah, great, go for it, do it, yeah, actor, great, you can do it, amazing, and they bring you this kind of motivation out of you. Europeans, they don't. They cut your legs and tell you to get a job and get a house and a dog and white fence, and that's your life goals, and then you die and you don't achieve anything. Not that you don't achieve anything, but you don't go for your dreams. So this is why my whole life, my entire life, there's something pulling me towards the US, but I know I will never be able to do that. I will never be able to accomplish that goal because, again, visas and work permits, and I don't have that, I don't have this, and there should be, America should have something like Canada, where you can apply for self-employment, freelance visa. You can set up a business in the US, but I cannot work for my business in the US. That doesn't make any sense. So there should be like a visa for businesses, people who have some money to invest in their own business and then get work permit to be able to work for their own business. But this doesn't exist. You can open your business, but you cannot work for that business. Zero logical sense. So that's and I'm in England, I'm in London, trying to do the creative work, doing acting, but being an actor, European actor in the UK, it's literally harder than being black actor in Hollywood in 1920s. There's literally nothing for us here. And they do not want us, and they tell us to our faces. They literally go to a white British talent agents, white British producers, white British casting directors will come to you and we say, why don't you go back to your country and try there? Because they are white and we are white, so they can tell us to F off and try in our countries because there's nothing here for you, because that will be only for British. Which, realistically speaking, I mean, not realistically, but honestly speaking, it's kind of a bit of a true, because it's England, it's for, British, so, and everybody, Americans with a British accent, they're like, oh my God, they get the accent, they get wet. But, so, it's extremely difficult to get even one line. You don't hear accents in British productions. We don't exist. Even though that 60% of London is accent. London is literally like 60% accent, maybe 40%, I don't know. Let's say 50. Let's meet in the middle. It's accents. But whenever you watch movies based in London, no accent. Everybody's British. Which then people come to London and they're like disappointed because like, where are all the white British people? They don't exist. And I'm glad people don't watch my videos, because otherwise I think that would be like, with the Gen Z generation, Gen Z would be like, oh, cancel for the word, things I'm saying. I don't know, just sense, yeah. Anyway, that's my thing for today. I want to live in Los Angeles. I want to live in the US at least for 5-10 years, experience the American life. Maybe I would love it. Oh yeah, I met someone a few years ago. I expressed my feelings about how I feel like I belong to the US, and then I saw I showed that picture, and that woman was like, she was American, and she was like, maybe in your previous life you were American, and this is why something is pulling you back in. Like, I get along with people in LA. I don't know what it is. I just get along. I'm myself there. And if I would be able to work there and live there, my life would be like a little bit better than here. Anyway, so that's it. That's my therapy session for today. Thank you for listening to my whining and complaining and my broken hopes and dreams. And there's more I want to say, but that would take like an hour. I could talk for an hour. It's like I'm just doing it for myself. So, for the next 40 minutes, I'm kidding, I want to waste your life. I mean, you don't have to watch it. You can always stop it. Yeah, I could talk, because you can always stop. So, that's my feelings about America and my broken, and now 42, not 42 yet, I'm about to be in 9 months. I feel like I should just take a risk and go for it. Or move to Vancouver in Canada. It's 4 hours flight to Los Angeles. I can always go boop, 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 boop. That's also like my plan. Move to Canada. But it's cold. It's expensive. London is expensive, but yeah. Anyway, that's it. Okay, I'm not gonna mumble anymore, but that's it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Good night. Bye.